of tongue. It calms him down a little bit. He is not a priest. Of
The
Kossuth, she says.
If I had knowledge nature or knowledge religion, that might mean something to me. What would be the DC to know that the half orc is Kozuthan?
So to probably just recognize the god.
Yeah.
It is not a main
Or at least recognize
god.
that they have the same symbol around their neck.
Oh yeah, that you can recognize with a perception check DC 10. Who Kossuth is probably 15.
Okay. We will roll the dice. Yes. It's the fire guy.
Sure.
It's our trainer's fire guy.
Yep.
Did you see the dragon?
We saw it.
You might want to have words with Zed.
Are you not?
I will see if
The
it
crew?
can be arranged.
Are you masters?
Crew is dead, sweetie.
Okay, they seem surprised at that. They're now talking quickly back and forth in whatever language they speak.
There are people in this world from whom you should not steal.
The half-orcs are laughing. They're overhearing the conversation. When you said the crew is dead, they're all laughing. Let us out! Let us out of here!
How long have you been in there?
Too long. Get us out!
What is your destination?
They don't seem to know. Some arena is kind of the consensus. They're a little bit
to fight in the arena.
Some of them are shaking their heads no. One of them says if it's a fair fight. A few of them just don't want to answer you. They want out. They don't seem to know that they're really screwed. That they've arrived in the city of their demise, likely.
Yeah. Ashoka makes note that there are 5 meat sacks in this particular.
Okay, three of them have brands of condemned. 2 of them have brands of slaves.
Are either of you two condemned, or are you both something else?
We have not been brought before a magistrate yet.
All right, knowledge local. If you haven't been brought before a magistrate, that means you haven't been sentenced, correct?
Yeah.
Or it's right now that would be kidnapped. Yeah. Or
it depends on which circumstances, but
why were you collected?
In our village, we were the only Ifrit. The people there knew that we worshipped our Lord and were fearful. The hired men made them come. Yes, she says.
So
she puts a hand on the male's shoulder. 2 men died when they tried to seize us.
Spells or fists?
Sword.
Huh. So, cult behavior is the crime, yes? Cult worship.
She
murder,
says, or
something along those lines.
the death of the men. Some of the men on the crew wanted to keelhaul us. Or worse, the captain had one of them whipped.
Don't worry, that man is dead. You don't even need to say which one.
Oh, there were some that there were 4 that survived. They jumped into the harbor and they're trying to swim back to shore.
And this is one of those misunderstandings where down the road in 20 years he comes across that man and they have their epic fight. That's fine.
I've been waiting 20 years. You killed my brother on that ship. Who are you?
Exactly.
That's some other story.
All right.
That's somebody else.
Ashoka is going to unlock the thing.
Okay, you go hunting around for some keys. What are the guys doing up top after gathering the
You're
treasure?
on your own and you're opening.
I'm opening a single. Yes.
Why don't you wait for?
I'm also really hurt.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, no, perfect.
Seems brilliant.
Yep.
That's an Ahmed moment right there, buddy.
Mm.
Are you fasting?
Am I fasting? I am eating little
quiet now.
sugarless candies, actually.
That's good.
I would be the guy. I'd likely look for the guys who were down here attending. Look for a key on them. There's a couple of I guess they died on this floor.
Yeah.
The one died here.
Yeah, you end up looking for keys and people in some of the sailors' pockets. They have them. And the
Zed.
rest.
No, sorry. Yeah, I was
Go
just
ahead.
going to call Zed and Sid down to solve the problem, but Sid,
Yeah.
Zed, do you have a moment?
Yes. What? Did you want me to kill someone?
There are...
I didn't kill anyone today, and I'm kind of not happy.
Understandable.
Yes.
There are many legitimate prisoners of the Empire in here, and 2 who have been kidnapped under false pretenses. They are worshippers of... I think it was Kossuth. That thing. He points to the holy symbol. That one.
Oh, what are the names?
Good question.
Yeah, those are
the-
the 2 Ifrits, right?
They're the Ifrits, yes.
Yes.
I see.
Did you see the treant? He's huge.
Did I see anything on the ledger about Ifrits? Like, does it just have names, or does it have race or gender and
The
like, specifics?
2 of the proof of ownerships do have mention of the Fritz. Those are the ones that have not been stamped by an official seal or a magistrate.
They have not been appropriately processed.
And
No, it
let me find
seems
names
they
for them.
haven't.
Sid's gonna grab those masterwork thief tools.
Okay,
Yeah, by all means.
What are they? A +1?
+2.
+2.
Ooh.
I'd like them.
You would like what?
There is formal process for the rest of those aboard this ship. They are in a nebulous space. If Zed here wishes
The guy's
Who
name
has
is
most bravely.
is Abishalo, and the female name is
We're gonna call him either Abe or Abby.
is Daganeth or Daganeth. Thank you, 20,000names.com. It has weird pop-ups, but I tend to go to that one tentatively whenever I need names of a particular.
The pop-ups are like, oh, lonely something something. Zed is not one who, as I understand it, deals in slaves, and his payment I could see being those two. They are worshippers of his religion. I assume they're all on good terms.
Well, let's ask him then, shall we? Let's say
Standing
you,
right
Zed. Let's say you, Zed. Every good attack dog should get his treat afterwards.
My, you want to get killed? Look at you.
You know, because you turn into a wolf, he says he's lying.
Yeah, I'll free the Ifrits.
Oh, good then. You might want to get them out of here before the officials show up, though. Otherwise, they're likely to be corralled with the rest. I think there's some keys here. Did we find keys for?
Yeah, you found on some of the downed soldiers and officers they had keys, big rings of keys that open up the various doors.
There we go. I'll go open the door for you. Your savior has arrived.
Oh God.
They look
Now you.
concerned, but hopeful. As you unlock the keys into like the eating area, and you can see there's lots of manacles and chains and that sort of thing. The man looks very fierce. Fire's dancing in his eyes.
There you go.
You're bringing them out of the.
Yeah, we're bringing them out. We're letting them out.
Okay. He seems to be protective of the woman Ifrit.
I know some place where you can go.
We definitely have to split those two up.
Okay.
Just saying.
Don't you want little Ifrit babies all over the place? Or you mean
Actually-
Damian and Zed off on their own adventure? It's a buddy cop movie right here. This is the movie right there.
It's the buddy cop movie called Smiles and Glower.
Where the Glower is actually the good guy and Smiles is the bad guy. Got it. All right, so you help them out. By the time they get to the top, the big Ifrit is asking, "Did you find my falchion?"
Nope. Off you go.
Okay. When you get to them up top, you actually hear Imperial Navy, throw down, prepare to be boarded. You notice that the prison hulk is being surrounded by 2 or 3 launches full of soldiers with muskets.
That's fine.
Fuck you, sits during an event flying off.
Ashoka's going over to the edge.
Yep.
No need for violence, gentlemen. We have already seized the vessel. We'll be throwing the... Was it ropes? We'll be throwing ropes down momentarily.
Are one of you Ashoka?
That would be me, good sir.
We're under the orders of the Count to seize this vessel and to arrest their officers.
It's very easy to do. They're very sleepy.
Okay. They soon board the ship. The first couple of soldiers over the side are like, what the? As they're looking at the dead crew strewn everywhere, kind of picking through their bodies. One of them looks at the bottom of his boot as he squishes into some liquid, which is the coagulating blood that has been spilled over the top of the deck. He sees all of you all beat up. What did you guys do with the treasure? Like, did you guys gather that up while Ashoka was
Yes.
talking to the slaves? Okay.
Take an inventory.
Hell yeah.
I think most of it is small enough that you guys could have distributed amongst yourselves. The big stuff that's obvious that you're taking are probably the armor. The Drossic's chain shirt and...
Well, Sid will wear armor.
So Sid put on the captain's armor, not knowing what it was. Okay, so you have a nice shiny new suit.
Hey, monk, wear this out, would you?
You have a nice shiny new suit of, oh my god, it's cursed. Yeah, it looks like unless you're going like we're taking all the weapons of everyone or anything like that.
We'll take those. So we'll take the wands.
Yep.
We'll take the whip.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the gold,
The daggers.
the daggers, all the +1 stuff.
Okay, the masterwork stuff might be a little too bulky. It might be a little bit too obvious that you're taking. So I'm just going to put that down at the bottom.
Yeah, put some of it on our buddy Bull. Yeah, that guy's ours. he fell. He carries a lot. I don't know why.
You know those cutting blocks where they have all the that are like a man with all the knives stabbed through it?
Yeah, those are
We just
fine.
take all their weapons and stab them in his bowl.
He's weird. He likes to bring stuff
And then
in
carry
and
him out like this weird, this weird pinata, this used pinata of death,
It was amazing.
pin cushion of fail.
He was catching weapons.
All right, they seem to. They're asking who are all of they. They seem hesitant that the dragon is there. The one guard captain that is with some of the Imperial Navy. It's like the Imperial Navy rode them out here, but there are guard captains and things from the city.
I assure you that this is one of our gladiators, the Crimson Scale Ludus. We have all the appropriate paperwork. We have saved him from this particular kidnapping.
Okay. The guard captain actually recognizes Damian and just gives him a nod.
Returns to actually he salutes him with a glass of rum that he's just opened up.
You got into their rum. So they are arresting any of the still alive crew, which is basically the Hulk captain and the Hulk officer. They are securing. The guard captain's asking for the manifest. Find the manifest.
Damian provides it.
Okay.
We could remove certain pages.
They realize that the manifest is so up top of the Ifrit are just standing beside that are standing beside Zed. They take a quick glance at the manifest. The hold is full of prisoners and property. Make sure it's secure. And they go finding keys and making sure that the gates are all locked. Let's see if the two guards that are down there realize that the Ifrits have escaped. No, they didn't make DC 10 int checks, so they're concerned about some of the other groups that were there. They're locking down the ship. You're free to leave. You're told not to leave the city until they've had a chance to talk to you again.
Okay.
That you may be summoned before a magistrate or the count. To describe what transpired here.
I most certainly will make myself available for any questioning that they have.
They ask if the dragon is safe.
Yes, absolutely.
As safe as one would. Yes.
Okay. They let you leave. They may have noticed that you had a little bit of extra stuff with you, that you were kind of lugging around some other things under your arms and that sort of stuff. They don't say anything. They did point at the big fucked up box though. That was all destroyed and empty and turned over in the corner.
Damian's like, I can't imagine why they kept that around.
It's a reversible spell. You just cast Warpwood again, and it makes itself fixed.
Okay, I assume you're going back to the Ludus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They do let you leave. Sid, you notice that they're getting into a small launch and returning to the Ludus.
And Sid follows. Flap, 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 flap.
Okay, so I think I need the Ifrit go with you, and they don't question the Ifrit. The two guards that noticed the cell that was open didn't put two and two together, or didn't look at the manifest, or it might be many hours later before
They might not even know what an Ifrit is.
Yeah, yep. Vanapole.
Those are those tiny fairy fire things. They're awful. Glad they're gone.
Yeah, the witch things. Witch lights.
Okay, the group of you make your way to the side, to the dock area, and you head into the city, back to the Ludus. What are you doing with the Ifrit?
Taking them to Kossuth's pipe.
Okay, is the whole group going to Kossuth's pipe? Or...
No.
Because Damian doesn't care if they live or die.
Alright, so Zed is going to go and situate them at the Kossuth's pipe. I'm sure the temple is willing to take in an adept of their religion and her guard companion.
And a big-ass bodyguard? Yeah.
While the others return to the Ludus. At this point, you can see Magnus on a stretcher being dragged back on a cart to the Conclave of Crimson Scale.
Oh, man, you need to mute yourself before doing that, not unmute yourself.
Sorry, I did the opposite.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna turn my mic off.
You notice that there are a bunch of treasures and weapons and things. Phineas is leading the little congregation back. You're surprised to see alive Drain, Fleas, and Old Vigo stumbling along at the back of that caravan.
Did they bring Sonia with them, or did they leave her?
Oh yeah, Sonia's body is next to Magnus.
Magnus is walking, right? He's not. I'm beat up, but
sure, you're lying on the cart. Where did Sonia's miniature go? Did I just delete it?
We actually deleted it from all hard drives just because.
Just she's done. That's it.
I didn't pay attention. You're muted, Mark.
Yeah, I said Magnus is carrying the body, weeping the whole way. You can actually follow his trail of tears all the way back to the temple.
Magnus tears, plus two strength.
And it's like ugly cry face too. It's like
Oh, Sonia's body's there. Sonia's body's there. Yeah. You guys are dragging back Bull's body, I guess. And the two groups around the same time return.
Did we bring back Bull's body?
Sonia. Sona
or
would
you just left it
no,
there.
No, Sona
would have insisted on bringing it back.
Yeah.
Zed isn't there.
Oh, really? Really?
Sona
has wishes,
Sona would have
he?
said. Sona would have said Magnus would not approve of leaving Bull behind.
You know what? You're quite right. Because I don't think we have anything to feed Czargon with back at the Ludus. He'll come in handy.
Zed, like, it's the only time he's ever looked at Damian with like in the eyes. You do not feed Czargon human flesh.
Czargon ended up following Zed to this Kossuth's pipe place.
Well, if the sorry, I thought that bit of conversation was happening like a little bit further back, or like, is Bull coming with us?
Yeah.
I think Zed needs to actually carry Bull. I don't know.
Are you sure? He looks like he'll eat people. Pulls up the hand. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home.
The soldiers on the boat could return the body to you later.
That works.
All right, then the group split. Sona was about to say something about the dragon going off with the orc, but didn't. You notice Nem finding you in the streets.
Master, Magnus lived, although apparently barely.
Well, that means there wasn't a fight if he didn't barely live.
He does not look very happy.
Can I ask you something, Ashoka?
Sure.
Is Magnus, and Phineas for that matter, not contractually obligated to my uncle to look out for his investment?
Well, they are.
So, what precisely would coax them to go after a dragon that had 4 replaceable slaves versus coming to rescue Czargon?
You bring up a very valid point.
I myself would have very much liked to have had the glory of taking down a dragon, but my uncle's businesses have to come first. Well, at least you are here.
There is a... Your uncle's investment is more than simply that of the dragon. There is also the Ludus itself, and Magnus, as the Primus, is obligated to uphold the honor of both himself and the Ludus. The opposing Primus, whom, well, took grievous advantage of our generosity, did require a response. Is it a response I completely agree with? The answer to that is, of course, no, but it was a response nonetheless.
Perhaps some discussion next time about priorities might be in order, is all I'm saying. But it's your Ludus. I'm just here for contracts.
Oh, you're effectively one of the family by now. Did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, most invigorating.
Good.
You see him. He just quickly does a few steps from that little shuffling waltz he was doing earlier.
Sona looks concerned but doesn't say anything. The neutral good versus the lawful evils is like, oh god. I need some wine.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Sona has to be having the please Magnus don't die. Please Magnus don't die. Please Magnus don't die. Please Magnus don't die. That's his only.
Magnus is riding. You can see him riding the back of this cart, head down, looking defeated, with a blonde hair woman lying stiff as a board beside him, and he's kind of cradling her head right beside his lap, and he's just.
Oh, that's so sad. Maybe we can buy him a new one.
Sona comes up to Magnus. He doesn't know what to say.
Damian,
Yes.
you might want to retire early this evening.
Sona goes up to Magnus, puts a hand on his shoulder.
Is there any particular reason?
I'm sorry.
Well,
we got the dragon back, but Bull didn't make it.
Fuck.
They had
Magnus appears to be
control
less than
wands.
pleased.
They were well versed in keeping control of groups of people. We almost lost Sid too.
Fuck.
I was planning on
Do you have
going
his-
out and celebrating anyway.
Do you have his body?
Holy shit! The trickster pee in my eyes. Are they still alive? He goes over and like has a celebratory sort of handshakes and half hugs.
no,
with
you
drink.
can't get rid of fleas like that. There's no way.
I wouldn't have loved it either. I remember the dragon, and then we woke up in that freaking temple with the tentacles, and oh yes, I've seen many things, says old Vigo. That was one of the more terrifying.
Also, if we're going to be clear, the trickster also peed in my pants.
Sona, he tries not to be happy that his friends Fleas and Drain and his new friend old Vigo, who he taught magic to, are
If there
alive.
is really a victor here, the victor is Sona.
Yep. Remember, this is the story of Sona. It's not the story of any of your PCs. It's Sona's
we are
story.
NPCs. We're the
With
NPC.
stats like that. Funny. The god tier stats that we rolled for Sona.
Yeah.
Are we having issues again?
Why? What's the
Is the
issue?
stream also for you?
On Twitch.
Oh, I
I've
haven't looked at Twitch in a second. Hey guys, the stream restart, refresh.
So
Check your
I,
IP
I
address.
can see our faces moving on the stream, and the stream is going by. So
Yeah, I had to F5 once.
Yeah.
But
It's good. Looks good to me.
that is
Magnus is not happy. He noted Bull's passing. He's
his
his head lowers even more. He's like,
his body will be returned to us by the guard once they're done with their investigations.
Ashoka, you live. It's good. Did we lose anyone else?
No one who wasn't expendable.
Bull is not expendable. We'll see about
Right.
bringing him back.
In the group of anyone else. Yes.
the sheepish-looking guards and the two surviving manservant slaves are.
Your quest awaits.
Lucas, thanks for the freaking sub, man. Appreciate it.
Love you.
Too much.
Do a little too much.
He just unsubscribed.
Happy to have you here, man. Good. Glad you're still having fun. We still love it too. Too much thanks, though. Leave it to Ahmed. Yeah, the sheepish-looking guards that all ran away at the dragon fear and the surviving servants. The place is a mess. There are still bodies and weapons lying everywhere. As the group of you collects yourselves back at the Ludus.
Magnus, comes to think of it, Ashoka, look at going to collect the dragon's head. I'm gonna mount it on top of our Ludus.
We'll see. The Duke might have plans for it.
It was a tremendous fight. Everyone who stood against the dragon was very brave, says Chella. Maeve looks like she's chewed.
It was
chewed the crap,
Maeve.
too.
It was Maeve. She did everything. She was the one that beat the dragon,
Not everything, she says.
and Sonia too.
Phineas was about to say something, then went, "Oh, never mind."
Chella noticed and said, "I do believe that it was Phineas's magical bombs that laid the killing blow."
But the killing blow after so much had already been done is really nothing
work,
stronger than
Phineas.
the camel's back, so to speak.
It was good work.
Nonsense. I hear that that creatures of magical nature and their control of their populations is definitely a wizard's, an imperial wizard's purview.
Yes, it's my understanding someone may be having words with current Imperial Guild Master.
So what you're saying is Phineas could lay claim to the dragon's head and have it mounted above the Ludus.
I'm not sure, says Chilla. I just know that dragon hunting usually falls... Permission for dragon hunting usually falls to the local imperial wizard.
Usually you require a writ, however, given the nature of the attack and whatnot, I'm sure it amounts to a defense of the city.
I need rest, says Maeve to Magnus.
Maeve, I cannot thank you enough. Our deal still
Yes, thank you.
stands.
We would all be dead. were it
Ashoka's
not
got
for
this
you.
look on his face of, why would you even say that? Why would you make it sound like there was a question to the deal standing? I don't want to be murdered by her.
she doesn't have as devious a mind as Ashoka does, and she just clasps Magnus's shoulder, and she glances to Sonia. Our people's bodies are burned. We shall light a pyre together.
But we can bring her back. We can find a cleric to bring her back.
Okay.
He's wiping a few tears.
Yep, Maeve. Then we will wash her body. It will be at my school, in a place of honor. Bring a priest if you can find one there. So Chella and Maeve cart off Sonia's body. They leave the treasures. Sonia,
grabs.
you do remember that you said that you were going to give Maeve the first choice of whatever treasure from the dragon.
Yeah. She gets her choice.
She's not making that choice now because she doesn't know what everything is. But and it's not.
He only had the
time.
sword. Weird. His stuff was masterwork.
Oh yeah, the stuff from his
Kryxes.
hoard. You've got all Bull's gear, but Kryxes' hoard, he had a crown, an amulet, a belt, a half dozen potions, and maybe a dozen potions and poisons. You'll have to sift through. He had shadowy breastplate with armor spikes. He had a magical heavy steel shield, a magical bow, strength 30 pull. His copper scale cloak, it was made from the scales of a young copper dragon. And Kryxes' fork, which is a +1 magical, it's a very magical bident. It's got 2 prongs on it instead of 3. And a pouch of pearls worth about 5,000 gold. Plus the 3 weird statuettes that are tall and creepy.
Nobody touch these fucking things.
You put them in a box. These statuettes were the 3 idols of the sea god. One was called the sea god's blessed form, the other one was the deep one hidden, and the third one was the watcher in the deep. And you know that touching the sea god's blessed form regenerated hit points.
I'm all green now.
Yeah, it's just a little bit scarred.
Are those like temple artifacts?
You'll have to play with them more.
That's Ashoka's question when he sees these thingies. Did you guys just bring back like temple stuff?
These, yeah, we don't know what they do exactly. I know this one, it heals you. It was touching me and it actually healed me.
They have that weird property where no matter where you are in the room, it looks like the eyes are following you.
Weird.
Huh.
It's a masterwork artist trick. All right. In the next couple of days, there is some recuperation as bodies are disposed of, and who do you want? What are you guys doing during this period of recuperation?
Phineas is likely identifying for a lot of that.
Well,
Yeah.
we have to level, right? Might as well do that first.
Okay, so
Well,
I
let's
think I'm going to switch our view to
Thingy. I think this is now
desktop
turns.
mode. Yep.
Give me 1 second. I'll grab a drink. I'm thirsty.
All right, and let's see
Shut
if I-
up!
Wow, that's aggressive.
Easy, dude.
I can't drink.
Oh,
Well, actually, no, 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
rubbing it in. Is that what you're saying?
He's like pouring water on himself. I don't know.
Just wasting it right? while you're all thirsty and stuff. Okay, I
Oh, I hate
understand.
this water. Stream? Yeah, Marty, stream looks weird. Oh, never mind. Changing.
Yeah, I'm trying to show the full view of the Ludus sheet. So let's see if we can get it to a good zoom level, and we can get rid of this. All right. If we go to the latest week, what is going on in this week is that there's a bunch of leveling that needs to happen, and Damian also has a condemned fight scheduled.
Okay. So I get my leveling done right quick.
Sid's gonna train Marty and then level.
Sid's retraining and then level?
Yeah, he's gonna retrain and then level afterwards. Because it's easier.
Okay, so retraining I think takes 6. What level are you? 6? 6 days?
I'm 5.
And then you're 5 and then leveling? Okay. And then
Yeah.
leveling. So Sid is retraining.
Yep.
And then leveling and then leveling.
Leveling and level. What?
It takes level in days to level. So
Right.
minimum. So Damian, you won't be 6th level by the time you fight the condemned.
Oh, okay.
So it takes days to level.
Yeah.
But each of these is 5 days, right?
Correct. So
Or is it a week?
it actually goes into your next slot.
Right. So all of these guys, all the masters are gonna level.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
So you're going to spend 2 weeks leveling. I'm just kind of putting this here because we might be able to just whip through a few of the weeks.
Yeah.
Do we
I
still
don't
have the
think
opportunity
anybody
for,
else.
Role-playing encounters in those chunks of time?
Yep.
Right,
We will still have
Sona-
RP encounters in those.
What's
chunks.
Sona's level? What's he going to?
Sona. Okay, so Sona goes from 2nd to 4th, so he needs 2 and 3 training points. He needs train 0 out of 5. Droll is no longer with you
He's
guys.
not part of our Ludus anymore.
Drain is going from 2nd to 4th, so he needs.
Sweet.
No, Sona's going from 3rd to 5th, so he needs 3 and
So
4.
he needs 7. So he needs to level
Prentice
here.
Pennywise, we'll roll to see if they're
He
caught.
gets caught.
Yep. Fleas is going from 2nd to 4th, so he needs 0 to 5 training points. Old Vigo is going from 1st to 3rd, so he needs 3. And Dren Zerko is on the run, and Czargon needs training. He's going from 3rd to 4th, so he needs 4.
Okay. I've updated it as you went along.
Yep. So you need to assign where the masters are probably getting other experts that can do it toot sweet, and you're paying through the nose for it. I'm assuming you're not paying through the nose for your gladiators, and you're actually using your Ludus facilities to train these people. So
Yeah.
Facilities damage did we take?
Yeah, we got messed up.
Your guards and security. This was not including the Duke's security, and I
weird.
think everything's okay.
But we had structural damage.
So our religious personnel is a 7. Apparently, you guys went and hired a priest.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
he
probably
is a Cord, not the Five-Faced God.
I was going to say, who's this guy? I got rid of that dickbag.
No, it's Cord. It's a priest of Cord now. We're waiting for Arlen. All right.
No, your things weren't destroyed. Like your personnel got destroyed, but the rest
Well,
of
I'm
it is
just
fine.
like, so I'm wondering if like this personnel column, is any of this dead?
Nope. Training facilities, no, they weren't. Basically, you sent away a bunch of people before the
Right.
before the ambush, and your security. Actually, none of the guards died; they all ran away. So
Oh, it's good security.
you're fine.
Okay.
You lost Derm. You lost Derm Feed Dragon.
The luxurious
Well, his name was
champion
Dragon Food, right?
cell. So this facility may have been damaged by the escape. Give me 2d6 rolls. You need 1 success. Otherwise, the that facility has been damaged a bit. Yeah, that's fine.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was basically a picked lock, and
Well, yeah, but you see, once we get Prentice back, we're going to be using suggestions dominates to just make him do whatever we want him to do.
All right.
And then he's going to lose to some old lady.
So you have martial training. You've got 3 dice per week, and then you've got arcane training 2 dice, and then your religious training, I guess, could be used 9 dice total.
Do we have
if
any
you wanted.
religious fighters?
I don't think so. So Sona
Oh, I can't train.
needs 7 training points. This is likely going to be the masters are probably going to have to step in to continue training. There are some gladiators who have not finished their 3 fights, and you have to maintain a minimum of 4 gladiators to actually have a valid roster.
Now, if a gladiator gets bumped in part of the way through the season, do they still need 3 fights?
Yes.
How does that work? Like last week of the games, somebody dies.
Then you may lose that gladiator to the city.
Is the Imperium just screwing us on laws?
No,
Sounds like it.
This is how you have a constant flow of new gladiators. Ways to get rid of your retired gladiators.
Okay, so is there any bending of the rules for the fact that our Ludus got sacked by a dragon?
Good question. So what are you planning on doing this next? It looks like the masters are all trying to level up.
We should immediately, before leveling, take steps to get some leeway. Maybe have a fight removed from those remaining gladiators. We can't train them. We can't prepare for fights.
Okay, so I need you to plan your main activity, and you can go and talk to people in that one turn.
Okay, so Sid has to retrain.
Yeah, right now I think it's a bunch of training, and then we're going to focus on getting Sona up to snuff. So for the
he has one more fight, right? What's the deal?
Well, Sona has 2 fights for sure. I think he's got a 3rd fight planned. I don't know. I think you guys plan to fight for him. Droll had all of his fights, but he's
gone.
He's on the lam. Now, fighters that are on the lam, we don't actually. That's not a problem until next season.
Correct. Until the end of the season.
So he's still on the roster. Prentice is on the roster. That's fine.
Yep.
He's on the land, but he's on the roster. He's had 5 fights. Drain has had 2 fights and what's this? An exhibition. What's an IR?
Injured reserve. You had put them on IR while you were going to sacrifice Dren Zerko and
they stubbed their toe. They're fine.
Yes. Now on the bottom half, we got Czargon. Like we can't make Czargon a gladiator because we don't have enough weeks to get 3 fights in.
Sure we do. Look how many weeks there are.
No, because you don't get it.
Yeah, I know.
We cannot make at the end of the season. You cannot put a good gladiator in as a gladiator because they go free agent because everybody will say no. Your superstar gladiator. No, I don't want to fight your superstar gladiator. I want to buy him at the end of the season. Ha ha ha.
Well, then you might have to like bribe another. You might have to use different means to set up a fight. Not all fights
fight
are.
Yourself. It's just they have lots of control over you if you stick somebody in there. It's better for us to put shit in there and just have shitty gladiators.
We will.
But the only person we need to worry about right now is Sona and Drain, because they just need fights. Our roster is fine. So
it's a good read of the situation.
We need to fight for Sona. We need to fight for Drain. So we need to level those 2 guys up as fast as we can so that they can get out there and fight. Throw the 3 martial. Oh, is Drain the type of? Does Drain have spells?
Drain is a divine marksman, so he does not have spells.
He's got divine in the name, so we can't use the divine guy.
So Drain
Correct.
is leveling twice, and Sona.
Sona gets the arcane, and Drain gets the martial, I think.
Okay. Arcane was 2 points, and the martial was 3.
Yep.
So, Arcane training 2 on Sona. Oh, why is this not copying and pasting? There we go. And training 3 on Drain. You see how many successes you need, right? 7.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. No, it's like the masters have to hurry up and get in there because we don't have enough dice. Or we can pay.
I think we should. How much money do we have? We still need to pay that guy 10 grand, don't we?
Who we paying 10 grand?
For the poison. Remember the poison that we used?
He was paid.
Was he paid? Right, Alf?
You
Yes,
guys
he was
currently
paid.
have how much money?
28, I believe.
Did
No,
anybody update the ledger for the spending that you were doing?
It's 19 because we paid
You
10
paid
for
him.
the poison.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a no.
So, poison to Dreg, old Dreg. I think Dreg was his name.
Did we pay 10 grand or did we pay 8?
You paid 10. Alright, subtracting it now. You guys need to keep track of this. I'm not doing your expenditures for you.
But Marty...
Yeah, I'm already doing some of the leveling of your guys for you. So, shoot it.
But Marty... I'm trying when my kids try on me.
You're annoying me.
Yeah, now live with that every day. And don't eat. Good times.
Sorry.
Nah, it's all good.
Why is the upkeep on the luxurious champions? It's because there's a Bobo. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Given that you're doing lots of leveling, are you just going to keep on doing that? Or are you going to pay for... Keep in mind you have to pay for your own leveling.
How much is that going to cost?
In a short period of time like that, probably... Let me look at my leveling rules. I think we were doing 500 per level.
Oh crap! Why is it so expensive?
But let me check the Legends leveling rules that we did. Oh no, it's much less than that. Leveling to 7th will cost you 700 gold pieces a person. Leveling to 6th costs 500.
Okay.
So 2100 for Ashoka, Magnus, Phineas. 1500 for Sid, Damian, Zed.
So.
And if you're gonna have Czargon level that way, that would cost you 300.
So it's 300 plus 2100 plus 1700. Was it
1500.
1500?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
39.
Yeah, we'll have Czargon level that way.
Okay.
So it's 3.9. I'll put the poison to Old Dreg in the expenditure column as opposed to the income column because his money out. Oh. Come on, Excel Online.
Yeah, it's taking its sweet ass time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's...
Beer.
It has been foiled by basic math. Alright, 29.4 minus 1.3 minus 10 minus 3.9. Okay, we've got 14.2 talents. Now, what the heck is the expected take from the extracurricular bullshittery? That will take weeks to sort out.
Magnus feels like a whore.
What were the
We
agreements?
need
that you
more
guys-
money. I'll go fight some more.
what are the agreements that you guys made?
For what?
For
Regarding what?
fights.
We had a fight lined up for Sona and for Drain. I think Magnus was going to be involved in it. The three of us. Honestly, I can't remember. I don't know why it's been so long ago. It feels like a month ago or so. I remember we had a fight for the two of us with Magnus. Sorry, Magnus and the other two.
So
Who are you fighting?
You lined one up.
That's what I'm trying to remember. Who did we set fights against? Who did we talk to?
Take off another 500 for Sid's retraining.
Okay.
Okay. Should we be adding the 1,000 platinum coins that we got and the?
Yeah, all that'll get added in.
It depends. Are you?
How much is a platinum in terms of gold? Is it 10?
10.
Yeah, let's throw that in.
Well, I think we have to wait until, like, we don't want the city to come back and say you need to blah 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 blah. Right?
What money?
Well, we have all the we have all the legal shenaniganry associated with what has gone on, right? For the smaller stuff, that's a little bit easier, but that is the bribe. That was the
Holy
money
crap,
to move Czargon.
Okay. And then if we go ahead a couple of weeks, you're just going to keep on putting this money against Sona and Drain, the same allotment. Arcane Training 2 and Training 3.
How many successes have we had for them?
We haven't rolled yet.
haven't rolled.
Okay. So how much would it cost to level them quickly?
Similar to the Masters.
Right, so...
It'd be like 500
well, he's going 200, so 400, and then going to 5th, so 500, so 900 gold.
Is it possible for us to bring Maeve in, or did she level?
Maeve may have leveled. She's going to not be involved yet.
She's still training.
Can't.
She's got her own affairs. She's not part of your Ludus yet. Yet, maybe. It would cost 800. It would cost 800 gold pieces. 800 gold pieces for Sona, and Drain would be 600 gold pieces.
Okay.
Wait, we're going to 7th. We're going to 7th. It's costing us 700. Sona's going to 5th.
He's doing 2 levels.
Oh, yes. Okay, right. Oh, he leveled twice?
Yes,
Yeah.
most of your guys leveled twice.
Wow.
I think it's actually worth it to do that so that
Yeah,
you can get them helping the other guys level up. So
yeah, I agree. Let's do
it was
that first.
500, 700?
500, 800.
500, 800.
Yep, and it
1300.
will take 2 blocks, however, because they need to like level 1 block and then level another block, 1 for each level.
Yep.
So
Yep.
once this thing allows me
Okay.
to copy and
Well,
fucking
Drain
paste-
is only 1. Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
I've been basically doing everything, like not using any of the internal features, just put this information in the cell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because all the
Okay. So you have your plans for week 13. where you're going to pay for training. You're going to pay for trainers to come, and you're sending people away to get trained. All the masters are getting trained. Now, where do the masters want to